Dan Walker has hit back at the savage digs Piers Morgan made about his horror bike crash. Channel 5 broadcaster Dan has been forced to defend himself after ex-Good Morning Britain presenter Piers sensationally claimed that he was milking his injuries after colliding with a car while cycling his bike in Sheffield last week. At the time, Dan, 45, said that he felt lucky to be alive after being knocked off his bike and knocked unconscious for over 20 minutes. Since the accident, which left him requiring hospital treatment, Dan has been documenting his recovery on social media, and Piers has now taken a brutal swipe at Don's updates. In recent years, the pair haven't always seen eye to eye and have famously clashed with one another. Read more. Piers' swipe came after Dan made an appearance at the RTS Television Journalism Awards on Wednesday night, where joked that he was up to his eyeballs on drugs after taking painkillers. The Channel 5 news presenter continued, "It could be a fun night everybody, okay? I'd like to apologize in advance for anything that I might say that is near the knuckle. My idea of where the knuckle is has completely changed within the last 10 days. To give you an idea of my mental state, let me put it this way, if a weather presenter were to question me in any way, shape, or form, I'm liable to storm off stage in an enormous huff," he added, a clear reference to Piers walking off Good Morning Britain. Adding further fuel to the feud, Dan added, "I might go as far as to start a new TV channel based entirely on my ego, which no one will watch." After getting wind of Don's teasing, Piers flocked to Twitter to clap back at the injured broadcaster. Lashing out to his 8.4 million followers, Piers tweeted, "If I were Dan Walker, and had been kicked off Match of the Day and BBC Breakfast, then washed up on Channel 5 daytime, and only got press these days by falling off a bike, getting a few grazes, and milking it like he'd survived a terror attack, it'd be this bitter too." Following Piers' brutal clapback, Dan has issued another statement on Twitter. The Channel 5 star didn't hold back as he threw Piers under the bus for his continuous hateful vendetta against Meghan Markle. "What a laugh. Interesting idea of taking a lesson on bitterness from a fella who has written article after article attacking a woman who had one drink with him and thought he was a numpty," Dan clapped back. "We missed you last night. You should have come," he sarcastically added. Don's savage reply comes after he explained how he was lucky to be alive after being struck by a car on the 5 Junction roundabout, after saying his helmet had saved his life. Writing in the Sunday Times, Dan thanked the driver for staying around after the incident, before adding, "I am confident that I am not to blame and hope this can be resolved outside the courts. I know I could have died, but I also know how easy it is to make a mistake, even when you're trying to be very careful."